Hello, thanks for tuning in to Tuning Wheel Tarot. This may be a general reading. I'm going to start with the messages from the light. Meditation card deck. Next significant celestial event, we have the new moon on December 23rd, which is next week. There's supposed to be some meteor peaks as well, I thought. Maybe that has already passed. I am not certain. Mars was also supposed to be pretty bright. So if it's clear in your area, definitely check out those things, as well as your chart. There's Western astrology, there's Vedic astrology. I personally like Vedic astrology for my circumstances. There we go. Spirit says, letting go. I had to let go because that card literally flew out. Sorry, my tablet's oriented a little bit different than normal. So, and that actually looks like it's, I hope that's not completely backwards. Maybe it is. Yikes, sorry about that. Letting go, what are you going to do? I already started the video. You know. It's important to get the messages out, right? Aspiration. What do you aspire to be? So, you know, we're coming to the end of 2022, and, you know, there might be some things that we're just like, I don't need that anymore. But, you know, that might mean that there's then room, you know, for something else. And, you know, can be, you know, something, I don't know, you know, it's something that fits your goals and aspirations, though, is what Spirit's saying here. So as you go into 2023, if it's something you haven't thought about lately, now is a good time to start thinking about maybe like, what do you want to be different in 2023 than 2022? So let's see what else, Spirit. Yes, thank you for this collective. I thought potentially this was going to be a water signs reading, but I just don't know what's going to come out. So I have no idea what the title is going to be when I end up posting this. Patience. And the sitting down kind, not the standing in line, tapping your foot kind patience. Right? Something that's a little more patient looking. So maybe Spirit's telling us to slow down. So, which, you know, especially during the holiday season, you know, things can get a little hectic, and it's like, well, remember, you know, the reason for the season, you know, like actually spending time with our loved ones, reaching out to folks and things like that. You know, letting go of expectations, right? You know, like, these colors are beautiful, but that was the fall, and the fall is gone, 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 baby, right? Like, we have to let go of things. Maybe, you know, maybe we aspired to like finish certain projects in 2022. Well, maybe Spirit's saying that, you know, sometimes goals are multi-year projects. So don't be completely discouraged if you are still working on something. Like, you know, things do not happen overnight. And Spirit's showing you here that there's a little crack in the door saying, you know, there's a glimmer of hope here. Like, that's actually quite more than a glimmer, wouldn't you say? So you're going to be rewarded, right? Also, if you've been seeing any orbs around you, you may have been visited by, you know, some spirit guides. And I'll just leave it at that. Let's do a moonology, since I did mention the upcoming new moon. on December 23rd. So that's going to be more in line with this aspiration meditation card here. And it's kind of weird this, how did this card get in here? Wow, this is one that I pulled from the other day. This is from the light worker. So if you happen to be feeling like, you know, a calling to kind of help people in some way, you think you're kind of a light worker or something, you might want to check out that reading. See if it resonates with you. Maybe that's something, maybe that's part of your aspiration, to do something that you feel brings light to others. So Spirit, what else do we have here? This Moonology deck. This collective. I think I've shuffled these cards enough. What do you think? I like to shuffle them because, you know, then like sometimes the same cards end up still popping out and it's like, I don't know what else I could have done to try and pull a different card. So, you know, that to me just says that certain messages were meant to come out, you know. That's my interpretation. So here we go. You are good enough. I did a whole reading lately, and it was right before I did a Virgo specific reading, which came out very not Virgo at all, which was interesting. So you are good enough. Okay, so letting go of expectations, right? So like, you know, maybe the car you have isn't like the newest car or something. Well, who said that you have to have the newest car? Is that something that you want? If that's not something you want, then let go of that expectation about yourself, because that really doesn't have anything to do with you as a person. Like, you know, it might, you know, some people, that is just a way that they like to communicate, you know, their lifestyle and things like that. And that's fine. You know, I'm not bagging on that or anything, but Spirit's just saying here that if you had some expectations going on, it's okay to let that drop away and focus back on here. You know what I mean? Within yourself. All right. So get grounded, definitely. So, you know, those leaves, again, the imagery here is coming right out. So, you know, in that fall, you know, that sun, it feels good and stuff, but those leaves are falling and then they go down to the ground, right? And then, you know, they end up becoming one with the earth again, right? And they continue on that cycle. You know, in the springtime, like that's where, you know, sometimes like people find mushrooms and stuff around the around the trees. So you know, I think connecting with nature is gonna be important here for you, collective, especially, you know, like during these winter months. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else do we have here for this collective? Wow, that was a mouthful. I just don't know where it comes from sometimes. Alrighty. Aspiration. Only rock and roll, but I like it. Luck is on your side. Referencing a new moon, and it's happening to talk about Sagittarius, which Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter recently went direct. You know, and Jupiter's like the planet of expansion. So like if you've been, you know, aspiring to, you know, get some kind of further skill or education. All right. So the time to expand your knowledge and go for that is, you know, is upon you. Okay. And Spirit's saying now you have luck to kind of achieve that kind of goal if that's something that you're looking to do. Okay. And it's pointing right back here up to a, like, this might have been just like some kind of self-confidence issue, where it's like, because, you are good enough. It was recommended to me, Louise Hay, like some self affirmations and stuff, and like talking into the mirror to yourself and things like that. And then, Mel Robbins does the high five. So yeah. So you are good enough, right? So as long as you remember that, luck is going to be on your side because, you know, spirit's recognizing that you want to, better yourself. Like, and I don't even know if it's like to say bettering yourself, but just kind of like helping you develop something that was already there. Okay, if that makes sense. So, yeah. All right, Spirit, what else do we have here? For this collective, patience, please. Paciencia, is that how it's spelled? Is that how you say it in Espanol? Do not let pride get in your way. This is so strange. I was just looking up at my astrology cheat sheet of the signs here. I'm even going to show you the card just because it's here. I was looking directly at this. And then what do I pull? That's a Leo. Leo. Anyway, don't let pride get in your way, Leo. So Leos are known for being bold and yeah, so kind of the bolder, somebody is, then it's kind of like that takes a lot to, put yourself out there. So it's like, is the ego, gonna allow you to do that? So that's where this pride is coming in, right? And it's saying, no, I'm not somebody who's going to be seen doing this or that. And it's like, well, why? Because if you're the lion, then you're supposed to be able to rule over, kind of like whatever's happening. So a full moon here. So this could be, something, again, maybe something starting to develop, and maybe by the next, full moon cycle, things are just going to look a little bit different. So I think that's where Spirit's saying, just have patience with yourself. You know what I mean? Give yourself a break. It's okay. Yeah. Oh my God, I am so addicted to that tea. It's like what Starbucks uses, but they sell it at the grocery store. It's the pre-concentrate of the chai latte, and I mix it with my oat milk, and it's just like the yummiest. And especially it's winter, so it feels good on my throat and everything. This is interesting because I just watched a Pisces reading, and here on the bottom of the deck is Pisces. I happen to have Pisces in my chart also, y'all, of course. And it says meditate and contemplate. So that's what you're kind of doing here, like allowing yourself that time. Reflecting back on your goals and, maybe making room for something else, like, I know people that, like they took up running, and then they like stopped playing guitar for like, months, for a long time, and it was like, well, why did you do that? And they just got involved in these other things, and that's okay. You know what I mean? So, if you want to let go of something, some kind of activity like that, that's okay. You always have time to, potentially come back to it. And, you're probably going to find out rather quickly whether or not something new is going to work for you. So, this luck is on your side. You might end up developing a new skill that you didn't even know that you had just because you tried something new, right? So, it's okay to take that step forward, even though this ladder looks a little bit rickety, right? Like, not gonna lie, this is a little shaky. Yeah. So can we aspire to have like some better transportation here than this, whatever this ladder is? Yeah, so maybe Leo, this is part of it. Like, don't let pride get in your way. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. If something is like looks sketchy and you're like, this is something that I was into, but like this is kind of like, just not quite what I thought it was gonna be. And Spirit's saying here, it's okay, have some patience. All right. Whew. Yeah. So again, patient, meditate, and contemplate. And that's, well, there's that, what the water signs. All right. I'm going to kind of stack these here. And then, yeah, do this. And then do some tarot. I don't know what deck I want to use. Yeah, I'm using the Grateful Dead tarot deck here just because it's an evening reading. So, and it's like a nice midnight blue color, which midnight blue is one of my favorite colors, by the way. So I'm just putting that on these because so that I don't like knock into them. Yeah, I can put these up here a little bit more. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit different kind of spread today. Just going with it. Never met a girl like you before. It's on my Spotify radio right now. Oh, I think that's Spotify or... Alexa, what is this? Oh, it's the Spectrum. It's on Sirius XM satellite radio. It's coming through my smart speaker, so I can't remember who sings that. I think it was on like a soundtrack of a movie in like the 90s, I want to say, and I can't remember the name. It's like, was it called Capitol Records or something? I don't know. I can't remember. All right, Spirit, what do we have here for this collective? I think we're going to do a Celtic cross, y'all. And, okay. We're going to get on. Page of Cups. Dr. Love, right? Somebody's taking their mask off and revealing that they want love. See this mask down here just floating? They're like, yeah, I'm done with that. I've seen what I need to see, and now I'm here waiting for my love. All right. Again, that's water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy as well. 3 of Bears, yeah. So somebody's wondering if you're going to build with them. Okay. And it being a kind of fruitful relationship. Spirit, what else do we have for this collective here? Ooh. Oh my God, the Emperor. Wow. Father. I mean, Emperor's like Daddy Warbucks. And that's their foundation. So that's strange. It's almost, so it's kind of like somebody's saying, maybe they're kind of like, they have everything, but like, I feel like there's some inexperience here with love. All right, Spirit, what else do we have going on? And it's like they see you and they say, you know, will you paint my masterpiece, you know, with me, kind of thing. So, you know, deadheads know that when I paint my masterpiece, because I feel like whoever this person is, they have the bones to be able to do it, and not just, you know, the physical bones, the money bones too, because, you know, it's like the $10,000 pyramid here. Right? Oh my goodness. Spirit, what else we got going on here? What's going on in this recent history? In this collective. So this, you know, these messages are just kind of, you know, the current energy that I'm tapping into. So this may not be your energy. So if it's not, don't sweat it, okay? The Knight of Cups. Wow, and we have the Page of Cups here as well. Could be more than one water sign talking to each other. Spirit, what else do we have? Oh my gosh, where'd that card go? Ooh, the 5. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, the 5 of Bears popped out, which is, you know, somebody kind of feeling left out in a situation. And maybe that's where this kind of foray into love here with the Page of Roses. Huh. I don't know why I just heard that, like, somebody was supposed to be a father, but they didn't have anybody to paint their masterpiece with. Like, is that, I mean, maybe that's it. All right, let's keep moving. Please, Spirit Herb. So I feel like it was, you know, potentially some female in your recent past, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, could have been dealing with. But when you're looking at this vision, it's like it's incomplete. It's like it's stunted here. And that's just that's the current energy of how somebody's looking at this situation. So coming up, Spirit, what do we have? All right. Boy, oh boy. Scorpio. The River. There's so many songs that have not only water, which, you know, I was talking about this potentially being a water signs reading earlier, but I mean, isn't Garth Brooks' like most popular song called The River or something? Well, one of his. Even Bruce Springsteen has a song called The River, right? It's like down to the river, something like that. Anyway, Scorpio death card is also about transformation. You can see there's a blossom here in this like abandoned, so it's almost like this abandoned castle here, but there's growth, there's things happening. So, as the sun comes up, there's another day, another chance, right? Another chance. And that's, kind of what a page of wands is. It's a new message. It's a fresh look. Some people might say, well, it's immature. Well, I mean, we started with the page of roses, so there's a page and a page. We're at least consistent. What's in the environment here, Spirit, for this collective? So again, like, don't let pride get in your way. Like, don't, be afraid to explore new things, This might be the fire sign, in you. Like, we all have, like, all elements in us. It's just, kind of in our charts, it might make sense more one way or another. Anyway, 5 of Wands. Wow, little push and pull, tug of war. So somebody really doesn't know which direction to go. Let's see, what's in the hopes and fears here? This 5 is matching that 5 of Pentacles. It's like, wow, maybe there's like, okay, so you're like, all right, I'm gonna start this new project, and then you're like, oh well, I have like 5 different ideas, and now it's like, and now you're so busy, it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do with all this stuff, right? Because you have all this competing, you can only be pulled so many ways. So Spirit, what's in the hopes and fears here for this collective? And if that's the case, you might have to stop and reevaluate, right? Justice, fire. I was thinking of like, especially Scorpio transformation, like if you took a piece of paper, like you could light it on fire and then it transforms into something else. Like it goes away, right? But you can see it physically transforming. So for some of you, this justice that's coming through is going to be that transformative. Okay? It's going to be that powerful. It's also interesting here. I mean, this is, supposed to be Venus, and in the background here, I feel like we have Saturn. So that's kind of, and that's with the, and Saturn's related to the World card. Anyway, what's in the outcome here? So I feel like some of these competing energies, you're going to kind of like, what's going to happen is you're going to be kind of like weighing each one. And it's like, okay, well, is this like lizard brain stuff that like I really shouldn't be worrying about? Like maybe I can drop that one. You know what I mean? And then what's the next one? You know what I mean? And you're going to go through and kind of, and again, with a fresh look at things because things are looking differently now. Let's see in this outcome, Spirit. The 3 of Wands. Travel and leisure. Well, sometimes they say you need to light a fire under somebody, right? And here's the fire literally underneath the 3 of Wands saying, psst, you know what I mean? Like maybe you need to make a move kind of thing. And get on it. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Skulls. Yeah, you have a decision. I mean, this Because in order to kind of accomplish some of this stuff, you might have to go where you haven't been before. Okay. Especially when it comes to doling out the justice. Because you really don't know where that's going to take you. Now, being patient. And that don't let pride get in your way too. I mean, sometimes we learn lessons that we don't really want to learn. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks. Yeah, we get it's like, wait a second, am I the fool here in this story? Like, what's going on? And it's like, yeah. Well, how it turns out, I mean, that's up to us, right? Definitely up to us. All right. I'm not sure if I can clarify any further. I might be able to, and if the video cuts off, there will be a part 2 uploaded immediately afterwards. So thank you for watching. I hope this was beneficial. We have Scorpio, Libra, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo. And if any of those signs resonate with you, I do have other readings out on the channel labeled with the specific signs. So please go check out one of those readings if one of these does not potentially resonate with you. Because if it doesn't, that's okay. It just means it's not your story right now. All right, Spirit. Let's see how many cards I can pull to clarify here. I have this been upside down. Upside down, you're turning me, Diana Ross. Sweet Symphony. This song has been on constantly on this channel because I try and not listen to stations so much anymore, but it is a pretty song. It's Chris Stapleton, Enjoy Something. King of Pentacles. This is so weird, you guys. I feel like somebody's been masquerading on you. Three of Swords. Wow. Shot down. Shot through the heart. Like, not gonna happen on that one. I heard that song. Oh.